confidence is such a great topic. I think it's also over talked about, I guess. I think everyone talks about confidence nowadays, but again, I think it's very important to talk about it because ultimately, how can you truly be successful if you're not confident? If
True.
you don't have that confidence, it's going to stop you from doing a lot of things. And it's going to stop you, even if you're doing things, it's going to stop you from showing up to your highest potential.
Yeah, looking back, like there were so many missed opportunities because I was not confident enough to take them. And now I'm just like, why did I do that? Like I should have just go for it. But when you're in the moment, you let self-doubt take over and then you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. I cannot do that. And it all has to do with confidence. So I think even though it's like overly talked, I think that's a very good subject.
And you said something very interesting. You said, I'm not good enough. And I think this is one of the first things that I want to bring up in our conversation um, as sort of a key to become more confident, because we can talk about, the importance of confidence for like an hour. But I think that most of the people listening want to know the practical things, like how do I improve my
Exactly.
confidence? How do I get to that success that I deserve? So I think one of the most important things when you're starting on this journey of self-confidence is taking a moment to go within and be with yourself and think about the things that you love about yourself, that you appreciate about yourself, that you think are unique. Um, and the positive aspects of you, and put them down on paper. So I want you to take a piece of paper right now. And if you haven't taken a piece of paper, I hope you took out your notes app on your phone. Yeah. And I want you to write down at least 5 things that you like about yourself, or 5 things that you're good at, 5 physical traits that you love, or 5 sort of internal personality traits that you love. And for me, the first time I did this exercise, I remember I did it many, many years ago. I couldn't write anything. I just could not think of one thing that I liked about myself. And it was so frustrating for me because I was doing it with a friend, and she was like, "But come on, like these things." I'm like, "No, I genuinely cannot find one thing that I like about myself." And maybe for some of you, it's gonna be a similar situation, or you're gonna feel sort of awkward writing down nice things about you, because maybe society has taught us that if you're confident and if you like yourself and love yourself, that means you're like cocky and arrogant and you feel like you're better than everyone else, but that's not true. Just take those moments, and if you don't know, actually ask the people around you. Ask them, what do you think are some valuable traits that I have, or something I'm really good at, or something you appreciate about me, and then write it down. And once you know those positive things, you can also write down some of the things that you're not as good at, and you can work on those, but then you can leverage on those strengths and realize how amazing you truly are.
Yeah, I really love this exercise. And it's true that I think first you need to work on yourself. So like exactly like you write down all of these things that you think they're like you're good at, you're not good at, what you want to change. And when you have a clear picture, you can obviously like start building from there. And you can see exactly where you lack, for example, and you can see what you can improve in that respective area. And your traits that are really good, you can use them for your advantage. Because everyone, has like really nice, let's say, I would say traits, but like we have these qualities that we need to express. And self-doubt is, like you said, it's from society, like we have this self-doubt inflicted because like we cannot do this and that, and it's no, it's only 1% that achieves something or whatever, but we can all do it. Like we can all do it. It's just working on ourselves to get there.
And we're all unique. I think a lot of the times we think that, oh, I have to be that way and look that way and have that kind of personality to be liked, or to be accepted. But truly, everyone is so unique, and if we just embrace each other's uniqueness, then it would be much easier. Like I had to learn with myself that this is who I am, and I might not be everyone's cup of tea, but there's going to be some people that are going to like me and accept me for who I am. And for those people, I'm good enough, and I just want to have those people in my life. I don't want to have people in my life that don't accept me for who I am. So when I have that kind of mentality, then I can show up confidently, you know.
Yeah. No, I agree. But what would you say for someone like, let's say like we worked on ourselves, but we're still not like, do you have any tips or anything for people who worked on themselves, but they're still not there yet. They cannot really like, let's say, embrace the self-confidence.
I think you'll never really be there completely. I think we're always a work in progress, and we talk about this on the Mindfulness Show podcast all the time.
Yeah.
How we're always in the process and always in the journey. But I think I've become recently more of a woman of action than just thinking about things. So I would say, act on it. So act like a person that was confident. Act as if, Isabel even talked about this when we filmed the podcast with her, about acting as if. But think about how would a confident person act? Would they have a hunched back posture, or would they be standing tall with their chest up, shoulders back? Would they be grumpy, or would they be smiling? Would they have like a tone of voice that is sort of, hi, hello? Or would it be something like assertive, like, hello, this is who I am. This is what I'm made for. This is how I want to show up in this world? I mean, um, and also the attitude, the energy that you have, because you can create that energy yourself. So you literally think about it, and you think, okay, right now I'm acting with confidence. I'm projecting this confidence. For me, I had to do this. I remember when I was in university, on the first day of university, and I was, pardon me, I was peeing my pants. I was so nervous. Like I was so nervous that I want to make friends and that I wouldn't adapt and that I wouldn't fit in. And I just remembered, I was like, okay, we're gonna fake it right now, and you're gonna be confident. And I don't care if you're literally shaking inside, like, you're gonna be confident. So I went in there, and I had my head held high and my chest open, and I was smiling at everyone and talking to everyone. And people actually told me later, like, oh my god, you seem so confident. Like, I didn't understand how you can be so confident. We were all so nervous. And I was like, guys, I was so nervous, but I was acting confident. And when I was acting confident, I was becoming more confident, and people were seeing me as a confident person. So if you're not confident 100% yet, fake it till you make. I hate this phrase, but I love it at the same time, because you can't really be who you're not. But then at the same time, in order to become who you want to become, sometimes you have to act as a person that is already there. So just embody those traits, physical, kind of like, I mean, gestures and vocal traits, let's say. And then I think also act, I mean, do the actions of a confident person. And I think one of the actions that because you're this kind of person that has done these things, when it comes to getting out of your comfort zone. And I
Yeah.
think that's very important.
Yeah, and I think I would add here also visualization. I think that's really important because when we visualize who we want to be, and it's usually this self-confident person, right? It's like this, like this good energy, that person that gets and does everything they want and they attract everything their way. And when you continue to visualize, you'll see that you're going to attract this. And this also helps with affirmation as well. So, saying in your mirror, I'm confident, I'm going to get this, I attract everything I want. And it's slowly building up. It's just, you need to, like you said, kind of like fake it till you make it in a way, because you need to get out of the comfort zone. Otherwise, you're always going to be stuck in that circle.
Yeah, and just, I would say this would be a fun exercise. We talked about this before, but create that kind of persona that you want to become. For me, it's like Superwoman Maddie. And Superwoman Maddie is just showing up confidently and getting things done and talking to people and spreading love and positivity. Like, this is who I want to be. And in some situations, like when you are bound not to be confident, think about it. How would Superwoman Maddie, like, not me, obviously, your Superwoman, not mine. But like, how would whatever actor, what would whatever do and say, and then that just kind of gives you like a little perspective check, and it also gives you the time to sort of connect to that person that you want to become. And when it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, I think it's just doing the things that scare you. What scares you? I mean, we all have so many fears. We have fears of rejection. We have fears that we're not going to be, accepted, which is kind of the same thing as being rejected. We have fears that we're not going to be good enough, or that we're not going to, be perfect. So those fears always stop us from doing and pursuing the things that we really want to pursue. So if you want to be more confident, start doing things that scare you. Does it scare you to talk in front of a group of 5 people? Do it. Does it scare you to talk to your crush? Do it.